And it went a little longer. But do you have any questions about any of the ideas, the modeling software, or how to contact these people, or anything else? This is time for us to just communicate, since we don't have time very often to talk. Do you have anything at all you would like to talk about? Questions?
I wanted just to say just a little things. Those presentations reminds me of olden days, which means Benjamin uh, teaches me and other teachers how to use those modeling. Uh, just I'm a elementary school teacher, so for students, those modeling could a little bit difficult,
Yeah.
but like fifth or sixth graders, if they are exposed to system dynamics for maybe 2 or 3 years, then I can adapt, I can adjust. I mean, I can teach how to use modeling. So those presentations really helpful to me. Maybe later I could learn more about those modeling. So thank you very much.
Yeah, you're welcome. Emory does a lot of work with teachers who are trying to bring in systems thinking and system dynamics into preschool, primary school, middle school, and he says behavior over time graphs. Emory, why don't you talk about what you find is easier for teachers at those younger levels? We think the simulation doesn't start until maybe 6th or 7th or grade 8, later grades where you put numbers in and that. Go ahead and talk a little bit about what you do with teachers to help them bring these ideas into their classroom.
Maybe I can give an example, not a free one, because I will be showing an interface developed by using Stella Architect. This example is for third graders in Turkey. Maybe it might be useful to further elaborate on the subject. Oh, I forgot to share the screen. So here, so this is our website. So this is in, of course, in Turkish, but this is the number of seals in Mediterranean. They are probably going to be extinct, but they have some works to save them. So this is a ready-made interface, and when you this is the number of seals stuck, and this is births, and this is deaths, flows. When you run it, while running, there are some events happening, and these are all given in the text that are given to the students, and they can. We want them to place which part. This is pollution. These are the fishermen. This has 3 things in it. The first one is people going to the beaches, so they are polluting or disturbing the animals. And the next thing, after that there's an interest to that beach, then some hotels or facilities are built. And after that, some other people comes and start diving in the caves that they're residing. So this seems to be a simple, this is a graph. So we have the problem of decreasing seals, but we have some causes of it. But this part is actually the most hardest part, because these seem to connected to a flow that seems to increase the number of seals. So there is an inflow. But these three things, the people in the beaches and the hotels and diving lessons or diving sessions, by being there, they decrease the birth rate or the birth flow. So when they happen to be here, they cause the number of seals to decrease by limiting their birth capability. So I think this kind of a graph might be used, or an interface might be used. It shouldn't be simulated online or in computer version of it, but you can start with ready-made graphs or models and go over. After that, it is much easier. I didn't show them, but there was a switch in there, and when you put it, you can just give some numbers showing the effects of that particular cause, or we can say converter in the model.
So one of the things that I think is, there's so much that's going on in Turkey. One of the things is they don't expect students really to do numbers until about middle school. That's not exactly true. They focus on behavior over time graphs, take a story, create behavior over time graphs for something in the story, like happiness or population change or something like that. So students start to learn how to read a graph, the meaning of a graph to be more or less, and why that happens. And then one stock, one inflow, one outflow, so they understand just that simple one stock and two flows, what that means, but not with numbers, with pictures or words explaining, making it increase or decrease because of causes, with the younger students, and then pre-made simulations where students can use sliders to cause a dynamic that they can see that produces a graph, and they can see the stock and flow. That's for the younger students, and I think it's easier. Now, you cannot create the interface in the free software. For Stella, you have to buy Stella Architect, but Stella Architect is not very expensive for K-12. And you really only need one copy for a teacher to be able to make, well, the teacher has to know how to create the model and then learn how to create the interface. But then the interface can be uploaded to Exchange for free, and the students can use that model for free. So the young students are learning the symbols and the idea of stock and flow, but they don't actually build any models with putting numbers in them for a simulation until later, like grade 7 and grade 8. So I think it's important to realize that it's probably too difficult for younger children to be doing the things with numbers. It's too complicated for them. But thank you very much, Chunnim, for that statement, because I think that's very important for the audience to understand. And then they have a lot in Turkey. They do everything for free. Everything they do is free to the teachers. And so they have a website with lessons and many resources for the teachers that they can access for free.
Well, actually, we are working with the teachers one-to-one, so we can do the same with Benjamin, and because I think he has an architect version of Stella, and if you are interested, we can develop or translate one of the current lesson plans or adapt. We can do that. It shouldn't be very long or hard to do.
Are there any questions, any other questions or comments or statements that that anyone would like to make? Niall, is there a reason that you came to this meeting? Were you interested in seeing the different software, or?
I didn't know it was about software. I didn't really know what it was about. I just wanted to see what was going on.
Okay.
I wasn't aware of all this qualitative work, which I think is great, where numbers are not involved, but rather the dynamical structure of systems. I'm reminded of a talk that George Richardson held a few months ago, where he talked about a sequence of steps in learning dynamical modeling. And it seems to me that what I've seen this morning address different parts of that sequence that learners go through. And what would be what would be really nice would be if all of these different things were part of one software, where you didn't have to learn a new software each time, or new diagram style. But I see the possibility in the things we've just looked at, that you could implement a progression of learning levels going right through the curriculum.
And one of the problems we've had before this is that we have not really had an organization like they have in Turkey that is working with teachers at different levels. So we've never really had a continuum, hardly. There is IACS in the United States that does systems thinking from grade 5 through 12, but that's already pretty sophisticated by the time they are working at that upper level. That's pretty sophisticated. And in Turkey, they really wanted to start it right when the students are at the beginning. And I think they have made some wonderful progress in how to adapt the systems thinking ideas to the level of understanding of the students. And at the beginning, it's really all about stories and helping students understand the dynamics in a story, and then relating that to a graph, because that's the main thing we analyze with our models is graphical output to see the dynamics. So I have to tip my hat to the work that's been going on in Turkey, and a lot that we have learned from the work that they have done.
Thank you.
Yeah. Arya, do you have any questions, or is there a reason why you came to the meeting?
I don't have questions.
No, no
I
questions?
see. Thank you.
Okay. Okay. Well, we are at the time. We're happy to stay if you have questions, but I believe the the scheduled time is over. Unless you have something you'd like to talk about, we are interested. If you have topics, please let us know if there are topics you would like to see for webinars. In the advertising email, we said that we are looking for ideas from the audience on new webinars. We made a list of the webinars we've done so far. And if there are some topics dealing with K-12 and systems thinking and or system dynamics that you would like to see in a webinar, to let us know, and we will try to see if we can get some people to do some presentations on those topics. You can just let us know. Okay, well, I think we are finished. So thank you for coming, and we will see you in a month, we hope, with the next thing that we do. Okay?
Okay.
Goodbye.
Thank
Goodbye.
you.
Bye.
Thank
Bye.
you. Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you for coming. Bye.
Bye.